In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a Steal a Thing game on Roblox. This will let you create your very own Steal a Thing, Steal a Brainrot inspired game. Okay, so we're going to start by inserting the model from the toolbox, link in description. Then we're just going to move that down so it's touching the base plate, just like that. Okay, next we're going to ungroup all of these in their designated category, like so. Now we can delete the folder as well as the spawn location. Next we are going to go to game settings, security, and then turn on allow HTTP requests, and also make sure you turn on enable studio access to API services. Then press save. Next we're going to go to this waypoint folder where we can duplicate waypoints and move them around to create our track that the things are going to walk across. Now you can rotate these if you want, so that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to duplicate this one here, then I'm going to move it down a little bit, maybe around there. Then I'm going to press that and then show the indicator which says that way, but I want to rotate it like that. And then if I show this one, it should be like that if you're making a turn, so it faces that way, and then once it gets there it'll rotate and then walk that way. So yeah, there we go. And I'll just hide these. Now you can make as many waypoints as you want, just make sure they're named in order. So this will be waypoint 3. Okay, next we want to set up our base. So this is a base. Now all of these half transparent things, as you can see all over here, they should be fully invisible. I've just left them half transparent so you can see them while you're setting it up. But then after that, please make sure you make these fully invisible. Anyway, we go on to one of these bases here. We have got all these slots here. These are the slots for the things to stay at once you've purchased them. And then we've also got this configuration. Don't worry about that. That's for in-game. Now in slots, you can add as many slots as you want. So you can just keep duplicating and renaming it. But then inside of slots, there's a folder called configuration. Now make sure you change the rebirth here. This is the rebirth required to have that slot. So this one's set to 0, so you always have that. But then in this configuration rebirth, it's set to 1, so you only have that when you've rebirthed one time, and otherwise it will be invisible. It's just not right now because it's in studio. Then after you've made one base, just duplicate the bases as many times as you want to fit the amount of players you're thinking to have in one server. Okay, next we need to do all the module configuration. So starting by closing all of these, then we will go into replicated storage, and inside of here we've got a configuration. Then inside we got modules, and then we have all of the main modules of the game, starting with mutations. So here you want to add the mutations. So you see we got default, this is no mutation, so just don't change this. I don't reckon you should. Besides chance, make sure all of these add up to 100 chance. So that's why this would be a 10% chance, and then that's a 90% because it adds to 100%. Then that's the multiplier for everything that's golden, 1.5. The index multiplier, this is basically how much the multiplier would be if you fully complete the index. And then the color, which is a nice gold, and then this is just white. Next we've got rarities. So here will be all the rarities in the game. So all it's saying is their chance to spawn and their color. Right now I've only got column, so it's set to 100, but just add as many rarities as you want, but make sure you only add rarities that things are using. Anyway, next is rebirths. So this is basically what you unlock and what is the requirement for each rebirth. So for rebirth 1, you unlock a multiplier of plus 0.5, $5,000, and a plus 10 seconds on the base lock time. You also unlock some tools, but that's config down here. We'll get to that later. Then the requirements is 1,000 money, as well as one thing, which is the name of a thing, as we'll see next. So you see right now there's only one thing in game, and it is called thing. So yeah, that's why it says thing there. And then that is also why we've only got common in here, because you only want to add the rarities that you are using in here, or the game may break. Now this is the rarity, obviously we just said that. This is the purchase price, so how much it costs to purchase it when it's walking between breakpoints. This is the money it makes per second, and this is the icon, so this is what would show in index and in other stuff like that. Now this is the ideal animation, so that is the animation it will play when it's standing on one of the podiums or when it's being carried. Then this is the walk animation, and that's the animation will be playing as it's tweening between the waypoints. And then the carry animation, that is the animation it plays on the player when they're stealing the thing, because all the things are different, so you might want a different carry animation on each one. Anyway, next is tools. So these are the tools in the game. So far I've only got two. One's a starter tool, so it means everyone gets it, and then one's not a starter tool, so it means you have to purchase it. Now this starter tool requires 0 rebirths, obviously, because it's a starter tool. Costs nothing because it's a starter tool. And then it's power 10. This power is basically how much ragdoll it will put on the player and how much it would slap them backwards. So if you set this to 0, it wouldn't move them at all. And then this is a value whether or not it returns the stolen thing. So if I had a bat and I slapped someone with the bat, well, if I hit them with the bat and they were carrying a stolen thing, it wouldn't return it because this is false. But if I was using a slap, it would, because that is true. Then this is the activate animation. So if you have one, basically it's the animation that will play when they click with the tool. So it will show the bat swinging. Then we've got a description, which just shows up when you hover over the tool. Then we've got an icon, which also is used as both the icon in the shop as well as the icon in the toolbar. And that is it for tools. Next we can close all of this and go to server storage, and then into this configuration, then modules. Now we've just got one module here, and now this is the asset ID for unlocking a base. So if someone's base is locked, then you can go up to it as a different player and use Roblox to purchase unlock the base, which will be this developer product asset ID. Okay, next in server storage, we want to put all our things in here. So like I said, I only have one thing called thing, so I'll quickly just show you that. Just a basic rig basically, but yeah, you can place whatever thing you want in there. Now all the things don't have to have animations. Like in here you see we've got the animation IDs. Now they don't have to have animations, but it would look better if they do. And if they do have animations, it doesn't use humoroids, so make sure you don't add that, but make sure you use 6D motors. So these are just 6D motors. So you select the neck. So this is the neck, so you'll select the head as well as the upper torso, because that is what's connecting it together. Now obviously this doesn't have to be a rig, like it could be whatever, but yeah, that's how you want to animate it, so with 6D motors. And then if you don't want to animate it, just leave that all out. Anyway, let's quickly go put that back. Okay, next is the tools. So as you can see, we've got the tools, we've got the bat, and then the handle for the bat, and then the slap, and then the hand of the slap, which is welded to the handle of the slap. So you can just see them there. So yeah, there's the bat. It's just a pretty simple bat, nothing really to it. And I'll put that back. And then the slap is just the basic slap from Steal the Brainrot, and we'll put that back. Okay, and then we can close all of these. Now lastly, to configure, if we go into sound service and then sounds, you'll see we've got all the sounds for the GUI. So that would be the closing sound of a GUI, the select, so when you hover over one of these, that sound play, and then the success, which is when you click on one of them. Okay, now with all of that being set up, I think we are ready for a play. As you can see, it has just gave me a random base, and then we've got these starting to flood in. As you can see, 10% chance for gold, like I said, so that's why we're only seeing 1 every 10 basically. And then we've also got just the normal ones, and they got their name there, which is thing, the rarity, and then the money per second and the price. Then you can see it also says price there. Now we've also got the starter cash, which is 1k, and then we've got the leaderboards here. Now obviously, since I'm the only one that's ever been in this game, my 1k will show up as first. Then there's no rebirths, no steals, because I haven't done any of that yet. Oh yeah, we've also got the bat here. So there's the description there when you hover over it. Now basically the handle is off on this bat because I never really set it up, but it does work. If you go up to someone and you hit them while clicking, it'll go off. But like I said, I never added the animation. That is up to you and whatever you add. But if there was an animation, when you click, the animation would play. Anyway, now we've got all of these, so you see it's got a nice animation, and if you can hear that sound when I hover over them. So starting off, we have the index. So here is all the things in the game. So right now there's only one, like I said. So there's the normal version, the non-mutated, and then there's the golden mutation one. And then this was the multiplier index. So once you've got them all, which is going to be shown by that progress bar, then it will give you a 1x multiplier, a plus 1x multiplier, and a plus 0.5. Okay, next we have the shop. So this is the tool shop for all the tools. So you see I've got the slap here, but that's rebirth 1, so I currently can't get it. Then we have rebirth. Now this is just the menu where you rebirth. So this is what you unlock. The multiplier, the money, and then the lock time on there, and then the slap, the ability by the slap, and then one slot, which is that slot there, as well as the thing. Now if we go ahead and buy one of these, you can see we've got the animation of it taking off our money, and then it walks to our collect there, and then it goes into a spot. Now obviously, like it says, it'll make $5 a second, which is what it is doing, but it is making a little bit more because if my multiplier is at 1.5, because that was the only thing in the normal index, so it's a plus 0.5 multiplier. Now we go buy a golden one. Oh, just like you saw then, we don't have enough room because this one, like we said earlier, was for rebirth 1 only, so there's only one for rebirth 0, which isn't very practical, especially meaning since it's 1 million, but that is all up to you to set up earlier like we did before. So we've got the player's display name up there, the collect zone. Now obviously if you go up to another player and steal their thing and then bring it here, this is where you want to stand on once you've got their thing stealing, because that's how you get it to your own base. Then we've got friends allowed button. So this basically allows friends or doesn't allow friends in entering your base when it is locked. And then there's the lock button. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and give myself 1 million so I can rebirth. And there you go, I've just gave myself 1 million so I can rebirth now to show you the rebirthing system. So I just press rebirth, it will make that disappear, and anything walking to the base still will be deleted. And then it says max rebirth reach because we only created that one earlier. And yep. So now I should have both of these unlocked. So if I can go ahead and buy this, as well as let's wait for a golden one actually. Hopefully a golden one comes soon. Maybe not. Oh, keep an eye out there. Alright, anyway, so now we've got this lock. So like it said, it would be plus 10 seconds, so this should be 70 seconds. And there you go. Oh, there's a golden one. Let's buy that now. And then our base multiplies also too, because now we have a golden one for our index. So we now have all of the golden mutated and all of the default. So that's plus 0.5 and plus 1, which makes 1.5, and then add that to the original one, which makes 3, then add it to the 0.5 that we got from rebirthing, and then there is the 3. Okay, and as you can see, we're getting 15 there, and then 24 there, because the base rate for golden mutated is 8, as we said earlier, the multiplier for gold. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for just being one player. Obviously, just like in Steal the Brainrot and all the other Steal the Thing games, you can go up to other players' bases when this is unlocked, or by purchasing to unlock it, and then go in there and then steal it and then bring it back to your base to collect it. But yeah, right now that is pretty much it. Oh yeah, as well as the leaderboards, we already briefly covered that. So yeah, thank you so much if you made it here to the end of the video. Please subscribe if you're new, like the video if you haven't already, share the video with all your friends, join my Discord, and I'll see you guys in the next video.